A historic winter storm is making its way into the deep south and mid-Atlantic during this week, bringing snow, ice, and rain to a lot of the eastern half of the US. Now, looking at the GFS model, this is the American model, you can see Friday night rain starting to move into the area in Texas and Oklahoma, turning into snow and ice right there. You can see. Now, these models are going to have been very inconsistent lately and very unreliable. That is something that is going to continue to hopefully clear up, that we get a good solution here in the next couple of days. But right now, there's no definitive solution, no definitive model that is going to give you the what is going to happen. Nobody knows, just with that disclaimer there. But looking at the GFS model, you can see, just looking at this it's going to be a big old mess. Now, freezing rain starts in Texas around the Dallas area, going up into Mississippi, in Alabama, going into Saturday. So this is Friday night. People in Oklahoma and Texas are going to be seeing ice and snow. And moving into Saturday morning, Tennessee is going to be seeing heavy snow, possibly sleet and freezing rain all around Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. Still in Texas, freezing rain around the DFW area. Central Texas is going to continue to see a ton of snow going into Saturday and Sunday, especially in the Panhandle and Oklahoma area. That area is going to see a ton of snow. And Central Texas is going to see a lot of ice as well, if this model solution is correct. Now, moving over to the Ohio Valley area, we can see around Saturday morning, this stuff starts to move in. Starts out as freezing rain and snow, transitions into heavy snow on the day on Saturday, and then possibly freezing rain and wintry mix in Tennessee there for like the Nashville area, down into like Huntsville. You guys are going to be seeing freezing rain most of the whole time in Alabama. Now, rain could creep in around Sunday morning, or late day Saturday, and this could clear up some freezing rain if the warm nose is going to be good enough. But northern Alabama looks to be in the freezing rain area the entire time during this model solution. Now, snow looks like the main threat in Tennessee. Southern Tennessee could see some ice, but this area is going to see a lot of ice in northern Alabama, southern Tennessee. This area could be ice. This is going to be where the ice could be if this model solution is true. And above this, you guys are looking at mostly snow. Now, looking at the Euro model, we can see a lot of just rain. It looks like a lot of rain. Just a lot of rain for this area. Now, this is an outlier. I think this is an outlier. I've been looking at the models for the last couple of days, just staying tuned to what these trends are, and this seems to be an outlier. I do not think that this rain is going to be here at this time. Now, rain in Alabama, it could happen, and it's very likely it could. But snow this far north is going to be, it's probably not going to happen. This is what I'm saying. The models have been off and on with these correct solutions and what seems to be the trend, and it just looks like ice for Tennessee and snow for Kentucky. But I think the GFS, I'm leaning more toward the GFS model on that. And looking at the GFS model again and looking at our total snowfall. Now, these is still far out. Don't want to talk about snow totals like this, but around 15 inches in Middle Tennessee. This is the whole strip of 15-inch plus totals possible on this model. And honestly, I don't think this is going to happen either. I think a safe bet is 6 to 10 inches in these areas. 6 to 10 seems to be around the what's going to happen. 6 to 10. Just expect 6 to 10 inches if you guys are in this area. And even if you're in this area, be prepared for ice if you guys are in these areas, because you want to hope for the best, hope for the snow, not the ice. But you guys need to make sure you guys have generators, food, water, and everything you need, and a way to receive warnings. So you need to keep your phone charged. If you have a battery, like a battery backup or anything that can charge your phones and keep you in the loop during this event if your power goes out on Sunday, Saturday, or Monday during the aftermath of this event. And this is going to be historic. I don't want to, look at this ice and scare people at the ice accumulations here, but this is painting a real bad picture. And looking at this ice in northern Alabama, central Georgia, the Carolinas, this is looking insane. It just doesn't look like anything I've really, ever seen so consistently modeled almost. Like it looks like something that if this were to happen, which it probably is not, 2 inches of ice, or half an inch and a half of ice, half an inch of ice throughout this whole area, this would be catastrophic. Even if this is half as bad as what it's looking like. Almost all of Texas is under at least a quarter inch on this model. All of this is a quarter inch plus, and that's insane. I don't think this is going to be a reliable thing to rely on. I think ice is going to be around a quarter of an inch to 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch max in these areas where you see these maximums. But like I said, we don't know exactly where everything's going to be. So don't rely on this to see whether you're going to get ice or not. If you guys are in the area, in this whole area that is circled, you guys need to just be aware of what's happening, what you're going to get. You could get ice, you could get snow, you could get sleet. No one knows. No model, like I said, is definitive about this. Doesn't spit out a specific solution. So just be aware. You could see snow, sleet, freezing rain. None of it is going to be good for travel, but ice is the worst. So stay tuned to the channel. I know we're going to go live in a couple of days. Well, not a couple of days, tomorrow and the day of the event, Saturday. And we will be talking about updates in the models. Tomorrow night, I will be going live. So tune into the channel. Watch the videos. Tune into someone like Ryan Hall, who's posting 2 videos a day and is also probably going to go live during the event. Have a way to receive warnings and make sure your phone is charged and everything you guys got. Your generators, food, water, and just a way to ride out this storm. And just traffic is going to be insane. You guys are not going to be able, or not, traffic's going to not be insane, but sorry. The roads are going to be insane. Travel's going to be impossible. This is just not something you want to mess with. If you can stay home and you can stay out of your house, that is the best thing to do, is stay in your house. And talking about this and looking at this is one thing, just like looking at this ice. But after this, temperatures could get really cold. We're looking at Saturday, Friday, so the weekend, not this weekend, next weekend. During next weekend and into next week with people out of power, it looks like we get down to negative, below zero. Below zero temperatures are going to happen after this event, directly after that, and the weekend after it. So the snow is going to stay for a long time. The ice is going to stay for a long time. And it even looks like maybe even on Wednesday and Thursday, it could melt and refreeze, which is another thing. Finally, we're looking at the national blend of models, basically just a complete mix of all the models into one model. And now I didn't really explain this model very well in this, so I'm going to explain it right now. Basically, it's a safe model that doesn't really do everything. Like, it kind of tends to downplay things, and tends to be a little safe and a more reliable bet. That's why I was saying around 6 to 10 inches, because this model is fairly accurate with that type of stuff as it blends all the models together into one. Looks like areas in Middle Tennessee, in Kentucky, could see up to 10 inches. Like I said, I think this will be smaller, but everywhere in the black circle, I think 6 to 10 inches is a safe bet on maybe south, maybe a little bit more south on that circle, but, or not circle. This is just like just the area I circled there. But 6 to 10 is a safe bet here. And in these areas south of this, where these snow totals are being eaten away, is going to be possibly where ice is going to be. This is going to be the ice zone. So I think everybody north of this, actually, I shouldn't use that color. That's like snow. All right, this snow, I think everyone in this blue circle, not that they're going to get snow, but just like this precipitation type is going to be snow. Now, everyone in this pink circle, I think, is going to be seeing some sort of ice during this event, with a more, this like black area being where the heaviest of the ice is going to be. Now, this looks like southern areas of Alabama and Louisiana, you guys are safe. You guys should just be getting rain. But everybody in central Alabama, northern Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Texas, you get it. Everybody south in the Carolinas and everything, I'm concerned about ice in this area. All of this area right here, I'm concerned about major ice accumulation. So don't panic. Just get stuff ready. Be prepared for power outages. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. We are hoping that a lot of areas get snow and that ice line is very thin and that a lot of people don't get ice. They get sleet instead, which is just little balls of snow. Or not snow, but they're like ice. They're like mini hail. Little ice crystal balls. And we're hoping for that. All right, that's really going to wrap it up for this video. This is just going to, I'm just going to explain this real quick. This is the chances of at least moderate snow impacts. So from Friday to Tuesday, this area is looking pretty, like these are all snow impacts of at least moderate snow impacts. So everywhere in these areas could see snow impacts. Now this is going to be, travel is going to be almost impossible in these areas with a lot of, if the roads aren't salted, if you have an unsalted road. And snow's not really going to be a huge threat for travel a lot in these major areas because they are going to salt the roads. Obviously, you need to be aware that there's going to be snow, the roads are going to be slick, especially as it melts and refreezes, especially probably in the deep south, right there in Texas and Oklahoma. Now, looking down, you see the chances of at least moderate ice impact. Now, right here, these are going to be where the ice is going to be the worst. This is ice impacts that are going to be really bad. Now, unlike salting a road, which still kind of works for ice, the thing is, power lines and tree branches are going to be coming down. This is going to be bad for a lot of the areas included in this red area. So this is by the National Weather Service. And this is going to be a historic storm that's going to drop a lot of snow for a big area and historic amounts of ice. Thank you guys for watching. I will be live tomorrow night, probably around 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock-ish Central Time. If you want to tune in. That'd be great. Thank you for supporting me on all my channel, getting me to 150 subscribers. Expect more content during and after this winter storm. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.